Hello everyone, this is FilibusterFox, and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to get battle time to work properly for you. This is going to involve a couple of steps, and I'm going to be putting up subtitles, but mostly it's just going to stay on the screen because you don't really need video for this. So the first thing you have to do in order to start Warband properly to run is to make a shortcut to your WSELauncher in the mod directory. So after you install the BattleTime mod, which you do simply by extracting it into the modules directory, it'll create the BattleTime folder. Inside there is a Warband script enhancer folder, or WSE. Inside the WSE folder is a WSELauncher. That file is the file you need to start up Warband. That uses the Warband script enhancer. You can load Warband every time with it with any mod, and it won't negatively affect anything. And some mods will require it for things, much like BattleTime needs it to work properly. So, first to load Warband, you go into your module folder, your WSE folder inside the BattleTime folder, and then you load the WSELauncher to start Warband. It'll load up your launch screen where you select the BattleTime mod or whichever mod that uses BattleTime that you're using, like Brett and Waldo for example. You select your mod and then you just hit play and start up Warband normally. Okay, that is how you get BattleTime set up to run. Once you do that, starting with Warband script enhancer, WSELauncher, and having the mod selected, you're set game-wise. Now in order to host the server, you do need to open some ports in your router and make sure it has permissions on your firewall. So if you're using Windows Firewall or any other software firewall, you do need to set up an exception for Mount and Blade Warband in order to host. I do not recommend shutting down the firewall completely, but that is an option if you're having trouble getting it to work. Secondly, if you're going through a router instead of plugging directly into your modem, or if your modem does have a built-in router, you do need to open the ports to forward it to the computer that you're selected on. For example, you're plugged into a router, you've got 3 computers connected, or even just one. Each port is this address that the information comes through, and if that port is not opened in the router, it'll block incoming information, so no one will be able to connect to your server. It basically acts as a secondary firewall. So what you need to do this is to go to www.portforward.com. That is www.portforward.com. I will have it as an annotation on here, so you'll be able to see it as subtitles or an annotation, whatever I end up doing. And in there, you need to find the type of router you have, the exact model. You just look at your router and find it. For example, like a Netgear WRT38G or whatever they are. You find your router, and it'll give you instructions on how you can set up the router to port forward. You just follow that process. It'll actually ask you to select a game. It doesn't matter what game you select. The only difference is really going to be what ports you open to get it to work. And you could, of course, use this for many other games that site. Very helpful. But so once you find your router on there, and you go to any of the games, if they've got Mount and Blade on there, perfect. You just open that up. It'll lead you through the process step by step with pictures on how to log into your router, how to access the port forwarding and such, and what you need to do to set it up. Once you do that, you select, depending on your router, you'll select the computer you want to send it to, which will be whatever computer will be hosting the game, the one you're playing on. You select the ports you need, which for Mount and Blade Warband are a UDP only. You don't have to worry about anything else, just the UDP ports. 7240, that is 7240, 7241, and 7242. So you need those 3 consecutive numbers. You can just set up a range if you want. It is possible that you can work with just 7240 or just 7240 and 7241. However, to be extra confident that it works, if you just set up 7240 to 7242, you'll be safe in it working. However, that does leave you more vulnerable to incoming packets. So if you want to test one at a time, starting with 40 and then adding 41 and then adding 42 until it works, you can do that if you're patient enough. Those ports will be on the screen for you here while you watch this. So once you set up the port forwarding, you should be able to host any Warband multiplayer game on your local server, and people can connect. You don't even have to load in the mod, but you can just load up native, put up a server, and see if your friend can find you. You do need to list it to the official server, so make sure that is selected. In fact, I will go ahead and look at these options right here and show you exactly what you need to do. You do need to add to the official game server list. Valve Anti-Cheat is up to you. That's typically more important if you don't know who's going to be coming on. If you know who's going to be coming on, you can just put in a password and then tell them the password to connect. You can try setting the server name, but it always resets to something like server 9462 like this for me. So it's kind of silly that you just tell them the name of the server, the password you've got, and they'll just find it on the list. Make sure they refresh if they've been waiting for it to show up. All right, and then none of these options will actually be relevant. I've already gone through the options on the other video for setting up the battle time. This is just a regular server, but you can use this, just put it up and make sure that someone can connect to you. If they can connect, then you're all set to go. You simply, after you've opened your ports and such, that will let you host the servers in any mod. Then you just load the WSE launcher in the WSE folder of the battle time folder in your Mount and Blade Warband modules folder. So where all the modules installed, it's inside battle time, inside the WSE Warband script and enhancer folder. I don't remember if it says WSE or has it spelled out. Either way, there'll only be one folder like that. So make sure you load through the WSE launcher. You select the appropriate mod, in this case battle time, and you've got your ports opened. Once you've done all that, it should work fine for you. If you run into any further problems, I would consult the Mount and Blade Warband forums. Just go to the technical support or hosting server sections in there and look in that. If none of that works for you, I do not have any other suggestions. All of that works fine for me. If it's mod specific, you can ask me too, but also you can post in the thread that is linked at the bottom of this video, and also the other battle time videos, where you can go to that thread and ask for help. Hopefully this helped you. If you have any questions and need me to expand upon anything really fast, ask me. I will not give you specific directions for your router. Just go to port4.com and find it on there. If you can't figure that out, ask a techie friend. I mean, if you really can't figure it out, send me a message and I'll do what I can, but this should have you set up pretty well. So there you go. This is how to get battle time working properly for multiplayer, along with any other hosted server for whatever mod you do. Just remember the key facts. Open the ports in the firewall. Launch using the WSE launcher every time you play battle time. And make sure the mod is set. You're all good to go. That's it. That's all you have to do. So anything specific to actually getting the mod to work in game, such as when you fight in a battle, I'll just go ahead and show you. If you already know what you're doing, once you get that set up, you can go ahead and stop watching now. I'm just gonna quick go through here and just toss something together so I can hit done. Okay, done. Craven, continue. Just get to a battle so you can see it, and I will go through the exact instructions. Once all that is set up, you're good to go. I'll quick show you what you have to do in game if you're the one playing if you're the one hosting. If you're not the one playing the campaign and hosting, all you have to do is join the server. And that's it, and then you just pick your character and so on. It should be pretty easy to figure out. Let's quick take care of that. Pretty quick at that beginning quest these days. Come here, you. Alright, continue. Nice and quick. Let's do this. Thank you. Alright, so find a battle really fast. Just teleport over here. Get some force bandits maybe. Hello? Oh, there's some. There you are.
My men would like a word
All
with
right.
you about your
So you get into the fight. Make sure you save it before doing anything. If you did not save it immediately before attacking them, give me time to save and save. You have to have it saved. It'll come back. You hit set up multiplayer battle. Well, I suppose I better save so I can do the example. Okay. So you save, you go back into the battle, you set up multiplayer battle, you select quit game will not save. That will work even if you're doing the do not allow me to quit without saving, or save without quitting. I guess both. Anyways, you go directly to host a game, and it'll have everything all set up for you. You can just change your password and whatnot if you want. Just like that. All good settings. I went over this in the other video in detail. Go watch that if you aren't sure what any of these options do. Select your player faction, select the character you want to play, what troops you want to command. Done. Start battle. Good to go. That clap probably didn't sound all that great. Just ignore me. Alright, and there you are. Your friend will be playing with you as long as you've got more than just you in the army. And we'll just finish out this battle with a very quick loss, because I'm probably going to die to this. Where are those bandits? I'm going to go over it one more time. Make sure, open your ports, open your firewall for the game. You don't want to just demilitarize zone and all that stuff. Just open the ports you only need to. You don't have to do all that. And, well, there's my horse. Okay, so open router, open your firewall, and, ow. It's hard to concentrate on blocking while dying. Okay, so, open your port, open your firewall, load using WSELauncher every time, make sure the load's loaded, good to go. Okay, so, battle's over, end battle, it exports information, go back, load your game, there we go. Let's go re-enter this battle, go to battle, and use the multiplayer save results. Bam. Okay, I'm wounded and lost. I am now a prisoner of these forest bandits. There you go. Hopefully this helps. Have a great one, everyone. I'll be resuming next time I get up a fancy circling and we play some more.